So for fun facts about myself, number one, I would say I am pretty quiet when I'm not teaching spin classes. So for people that have taken spin classes, I am pretty loud, not obnoxious, at least I don't think I am, but I get energized so much from my class, and hopefully they get energy from me as well. If they're not, I'm doing my job wrong, but I'm pretty quiet outside of that. So if you talk to my wife, my kids, most of the time I'm pretty quiet. I do have my moments though, where I'm a little goofy. So I would say that's number one. The second fun fact is that I was a comedian. Yeah, I tell this to my spin class all the time. So I was a comedian for, if you can call it that, 5 minutes. And I might be being a little generous with the time. So one time I was living in Atlanta and I went to an open mic night. All right, so it was a comedy club. I've always been interested in acting, entertainment, that business. Since high school, it's kind of just been one of those things I've been kind of interested in. And so this comedy club used to have an open mic night. I would go several times. It's probably months before I finally decided I'm going to actually go get on stage. So one time I went, I didn't tell anybody, I didn't tell any of my boys, no friends, nobody, because if I bombed, I didn't want anybody to see it. And guess what? I bombed. So they called me on stage, and right before you go on stage, they ask you, okay, so what is your name? What's your stage name? And I didn't want to give my real name because, again, if I bombed, I didn't want anybody to know who I was. So for some odd reason, bubble gum came out of my mouth. Damn! I don't know to this day where that came from, but I go out and they call me.
No, God, please, no, no!
Coming to the stage, bubblegum. I don't know where that came from. So I go on stage. It looked very different when you're on stage. It's a very different feeling when you're on stage versus being in that crowd watching people on stage. So all the comedians out there, they make it look easy. It is very, very intimidating. It really is. But I get on stage, looking out at the crowd. I'm a little intimidated at that point, a little nervous.
You can do it!
And I get one joke out. Girl in the front starts booing me. Then two people start booing me. I got one joke. That's all I got out. They booed me. I didn't know how to handle it. I hung the mic up and I left. And that was my 5-minute comedian story. So the third fun fact is that I actually starred in a movie. So as I mentioned, I have always been interested in acting, modeling, that scene towards the end of my high school years, and kind of did a few things here or there, but I actually starred in a movie back in 2008, and the movie's called Garrison. And so the movie was based on my character. The entire movie was about my character. So I got to star in it. That is probably one of the most fun times I've ever had in my life, because my son was born right before we started filming this movie. Literally, I would take him with me sometimes to the set to do movie scenes, and I'd have people watching my son. So the movie did very, very well for a small budget movie. And I mean small budget, but that movie just kind of took off like wildfire. And so I was able to travel a lot for different events, different film festivals that our movie was in. I actually won Best Supporting Actor in the Hoboken Film Festival. Yes, go look it up. I am an award-winning actor. Yes. Fun fact, I'm an award-winning actor. So Hoboken, New Jersey Film Festival 2008, go look it up. And go look and see who's in that category, by the way. And the fourth fun fact about me is that when I was in the Army, I was a Morse code translator. Now, I don't know how fun of a fact that is, but people seem to think that it's cool. I don't think it's that cool, but I was a Morse code translator. So I went through several months of training to learn Morse code. So we would have the headphones on and we would hear that dee, 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 dee. Yes, Morse code, and I would translate that. So it seems relatively simple, I guess. It's not. It was very hard, honestly. You figure if you've never heard Morse code to the extent that we listen to it. So for hours and hours and hours a day, we would listen to dee, 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 and then I would have to translate that from my ears to my brain to my fingers and type that out. So people seem to think that that was pretty cool. That job no longer exists in the military, but that was my job in the military, Morse code translator. And so those are 4 fun facts about me. Got to know a little bit more about my background and how goofy I am sometimes. So